Good afternoon, Hope Center Ministry Discipleship Hall, Hope Center Ministry YouTube, Hope Center Ministry Facebook, Hope Center Ministry, any and all who will watch this video. It's Latasha McMillan here, and I'm back with you guys today with our 40-day Love Dare Challenge. And today we are on day number 4. So let's go ahead and jump right on into it. Love Dare day number 4. Today, love is thoughtful. Psalms 139, 17 through 18 says, "How precious also are your thoughts to me. How vast is the sum of them. If I should count them, they would outnumber the sand." Love thinks. It's not a mindless feeling that rides on waves of emotions and falls asleep mentally. It keeps busy in thought, knowing that loving thoughts precede loving actions. When you first fell in love, being thoughtful came quite naturally. You spent hours dreaming of what your loved one looked like, wondering what he or she was doing, rehearsing impressive things that you would say, and then enjoying sweet memories of the time that you spent together. You honestly confessed, I can't stop thinking about you. But for most couples, things begin to change after marriage. The wife finally has her man. The husband finally has his trophy. The hunt is over and the pursuing is done. Sparks of romance slowly starts burning out, turning into gray embers, and the motivation for thoughtfulness cools down. You drift into focusing on your job, your friends, your problems, your personal desires, yourself. After a while, you unintentionally begin to ignore the needs of your mate. But the fact that marriage has added another person to your universe does not change. Therefore, if your thinking doesn't mature enough to constantly include this person, you catch yourself being surprised rather than being thoughtful. Today's our anniversary. I didn't think I needed to consult with you in that decision. Why would that upset you? If you don't learn to be thoughtful, you end up regretting missed opportunities to demonstrate love. Thoughtlessness is a silent enemy to a loving relationship. Let's be honest, men struggle with thoughtlessness more than women. A man can focus like a laser on one thing and forget the rest of the world, and that is so true. Whereas this can be a benefit in that one arena. It can make him overlook other things that needs his attention. A woman, on the other hand, is more multi-conscious, able to maintain an amazing awareness of many factors at one time. She can talk on the phone, cook, know where the kids are in the house, and wonder why her husband isn't helping. All simultaneously. Adding to this, a woman also tends to think relationally. When she works on something, she is considering all the people who are somehow connected to whatever it is that she's working on. Both of these tendencies are examples of how God designed women to complete their man. As God said at creation, it is not good for man to be alone. I will make for him a helper that is suitable for him. That's in Genesis 2:18. But these differences also create opportunities for misunderstandings. Men, for example, tend to think in headlines and say exactly what they mean. Not much is needed to understand the message. His words are more literal and shouldn't be overanalyzed. But women often think and speak between the lines. They tend to hint. A man needs to listen for what is implied if he wants to get the full meaning. If a couple doesn't understand this about one another, the fallout can result in endless disagreements. He's frustrated, wondering why she speaks in riddles and doesn't just come out and say things. She's frustrated, wondering why he's so inconsiderate and doesn't add 2 and 2 together and just figure her out. A woman deeply longs for her husband to be thoughtful. It is a key to helping her feel loved. When she speaks, a wise man will listen like a detective to discover the unspoken needs and desires of her words that are being implied. If, however, she always has to put the pieces together for him, it steals the opportunity for him to demonstrate that he loves her. This also explains why women will get upset with their husbands without telling them why. In her mind, she's thinking, I shouldn't have to spell it out for him. He should be able to look at the situation and see what's going on here. At the same time, he's grieved because he can't read her mind, and he's wondering why he's being punished for a crime he didn't know he committed. Love requires thoughtfulness on both sides. The kind that builds bridges through the constructive combination of patience, kindness, and selflessness. Love teaches you to meet in the middle, to respect and appreciate how your spouse uniquely thinks. A husband should listen to his wife and learn to be considerate of her unspoken messages. A wife should learn to communicate thoughtfully and not just say one thing while meaning another. But it's easy to become angry and frustrated instead of following the destructive pattern of ready, shoot, aim. You speak harshly now and determine later if you shouldn't have said it. But the thoughtful nature of love teaches you to engage your mind before engaging your lips. Love thinks before speaking. That is a awesome point there. That's something that I know I need to work on. We all can probably work on that. I'm going to say it again. Love thinks before speaking. It filters words through a grid of truth and kindness. When was the last time you spent a few minutes thinking about how you could better understand and demonstrate love to your spouse? What immediate need can you meet? What's the next anniversary, birthday, holiday you could be preparing for? For me, I got an anniversary coming up in like 8 days. Okay, so great marriages come from great thinking. Great marriages comes from great thinking. Okay, so today's love dare is this. Contact your spouse sometime during the business of the day. Have no agenda other than asking how he or she is doing and if there's anything you could do for them. Again, contact your spouse sometime during this day. Have no agenda outside of just asking him or her how are they doing and is there anything that you can do for them. When you're done with this, again, make sure you write it down in your journal. Ask yourself these questions. What did you learn about yourself or your spouse by doing this today? How could this become a more natural routine and genuinely helpful part of your lifestyle? Amen. So, day number 4. Guys, again, I've said it, when it comes to these love dares, this is something that we're not making this a momentarily type thing. This is something that we're trying to be engrafted as one with. So as you put your effort into doing these love dares every day, let this, just pray and ask God. One, pray. It's always good to pray and ask God, to help your mind and to help your heart when you do anything during the day. But especially when you're doing this, ask God to help you to be engrafted with one. Help you to be engrafted and to be one with these things. This is just a part of your heart, and it is a everyday routine. So again, guys, if you guys have any questions, if you guys want to share with me how things are going for you thus far, if you guys have testimonies, if you guys need prayer, you can email me at hopecenterministry@gmail.com. Again, if you're friends with me on Facebook, you guys can personally message me. I would love to pray with you guys. I would love to just chat about this, especially wives. This is something that I'm doing, and I would love to hear some feedback from some wives. So, again, today, Love Dare Day number 4. Love is thoughtful. Be thoughtful today in this dare, guys. All right, I'll see you guys back here for Love Dare Day number 5. See you guys later. Bye.